Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available summer 2023, the album, Dad, Shimmy Shimmy AF, Rock on Gold Dust, Boost! Woman, I went to a party last Saturday night. I didn't get laid. I got in a fight. Kiss me once. Come on, pretty baby. Kiss me deadly. Boost. I've kind of almost lost my voice today. I think I have filmed too many videos this week, number one. Number two, I was shouting at the iPad last night about Fear the Walking Dead. I'm so hard binge watching Fear the Walking Dead, trying to finish the entire series out. I'm almost at the end of season 6. So I got season 7 and season 8. Then I'm going to go back to The Walking Dead. Then I'm going to watch Dead in the City. And then Daryl Dixon comes out September 10th. So I am so into the Walking Dead universe right now. Most of you out there are like, yeah, Peter, we watched... Well, Fear the Walking Dead just finished this year. So you couldn't be that far ahead of me, okay? This isn't a competition. This isn't a competition. No, but that truly is how I feel when people I'm like, can you recommend a really good true crime documentary to me? I've seen every true crime documentary series in the world. Can you recommend something to me? And they're like, yeah. Have you seen Making a Murderer? I'm like, no, I've never heard of that before. Brendan Dassey couldn't have done it. Anyway, today we are going to talk about Jaclyn Hill and how apparently, Jaclyn Hill came out on the Jaclyn Hill Snark Reddit thread and made an apology, if you want to call it that, to Marlena Stell and to Jen Gerard. Okay, now people are questioning the authenticity of this apology, whether it really is from Jaclyn Hill. But needless to say, I would say, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 super fans of Jaclyn Hill that are literally going into every single comment and countering those comments that are not in favor of Jaclyn Hill, it is not going in her favor. Marlena Stell and Jen Gerard have also come out and they have responded to Jaclyn Hill's supposed apology. Now, Jaclyn Hill has always threatened to come out and tell the truth. She has had full ability to come out on her Instagram, on her threads, and say there is no truth to this Reddit. They actually even commented, the moderators commented on this thread and said that they had reached out to the person that left the comment, this supposed Jaclyn Hill, and to verify the validity of the apology. And they also said to Jaclyn in the post, if this is you, please reach out to us. If it's not, that kind of thing. So they're trying their best over there to verify if this is Jaclyn. It's now also gotten picked up on the Beauty Guru chatter over on Reddit as well. So we're going to talk about that in just a second, but there's a couple other things I want to talk about. First, I want to address a few comments from my video that I did yesterday and the day before about Colleen Ballinger that I think are important comments. But before I get to that, I want to send out just some love and positivity and my condolences to Ethan and Ela Klein on the passing of their dog. You know, I have lost 2 dogs in the last couple years, and it is one of the most if you've gone through losing a pet, you know this. And for many of us, pets are like our children to us. Losing a pet is one of the most heart-wrenching, devastating things you can ever go through in your entire life. I actually, and I talk about this on my Peterson's channel, and I've talked about this at length on my vlog channel. I don't really think we talk enough about grieving the loss of pets and the detrimental, profound effect that the passing of our pets has on us and our lives. And how it lingers. And, it's interesting having lost my mother, having lost my aunt and my uncle, and having lost many friends of mine as well. I've lost many friends to addiction. The way that it plays out is so different because, you know, we still have little Boo Radley, but his brother Tucker passed away last year, and PP passed away the year before that, our Chihuahua. And, I mean, I can still remember little things they did, and they would all follow me around while I was making videos. I don't hear that anymore, you know? I mean, Boo Radley does a little bit, but not much. And so, I mean, just little nuances about them and their personality and things like that, that I was surrounded by every single day isn't there anymore, you know? And so it's devastating to lose a pet. So I want to send out some positivity to Ethan and Hila on the passing of their dog, because I know how tragically sad that is. So I hope that you guys are hanging in there. I'm sure he's not watching this video, but if you guys want to go send Ethan some love, that would be really, really nice. I think in this world of social media being used for toxic and negative things, we can also use it for positive things, and to go send Ethan and Hila some positivity at this time might be something really nice to do. So, all right. That being said, I now want to get into addressing... Yeah, I'm back in the bedroom. This is kind of like the game of Clue, you know? This is kind of... Did you ever play Clue? You never played Clue? Okay, so Clue is like this game where somebody murdered somebody, like Miss Scarlet in the library with a candlestick, and you got to figure out who did it, right? Okay, so it's like a whodunit kind of game. I used to love it when I was a kid, and then they made a movie out of it. Oh my God, y'all see that movie? That movie was so good, right? So yeah, Peter's back in the bedroom because, of course, there's a lot of loudness outside again today. So it's like Peter did it in the bedroom with a tambourine and a fan. It was a double murder, and we're going to kill it today. So, a couple comments that I want to address. I have very long notes, actually. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I know that some people are saying they love the longer videos. Most of you said that you really like the longer videos. I really appreciate that. Okay, so the first thing... So I'm going to talk about, I'm going to read the Reddit thread, apology from Jaclyn Hill. Then I'm going to read Gerard's response to it. Then I'm going to read Marlena Stell's response to it. And then I have some really, I feel like, heartfelt good advice for Jaclyn Hill. So, and I want to say that as well. It's not anything new that I haven't said in other videos, but I want to give very specific advice. Not that she's asking for it, but I do think that it would help. So anyway, you know, I got this comment yesterday on my video because I was talking about, and the person kind of clarified themselves and said, because I said why, but anyway, they said you need to be very, very careful in talking about Joey Graceffa and Daniel's relationship, and maybe use the word allegedly a little bit more. In all honesty, and most, I think, drama commentary channels know this, the word allegedly doesn't really save you from a whole lot. You know, you can say it in a video, but here's the other thing I think y'all need to know, is that these are public figures. You know, Joey Graceffa has a massive following, okay? Has, you know, has many different channels, has best-selling novels out. I am allowed to have a public opinion about, I'm allowed to have an opinion about a public figure. So are you. So, you know, there were a couple other people that were like, you know, don't talk about Joey, and you need to be careful about this. Okay, what are Joey and Daniel going to do because I said that their relationship was fake in my video? Are they going to sue me? Are they going to sue me? They're going to sue Peter Monn for saying that, are those boring turds going to sue Peter Monn for saying that their relationship was fake? Fake! Their relationship was fake. There, I said it again. Sue me twice, okay? I can see it right now. Peter Monn versus the Januals in a court. And then what are they going to do? They're going to throw up a sex tape to prove that they were together? That don't prove nothing. I don't care. People do it all the time that aren't in relationships. How are they going to prove that they were in a relationship? Depose me, okay? Please depose me so that I can tell you, all of your snakety-snake friends that behind the scenes have talked S-H-I toot about you and said that your relationships were fake, okay? Many, 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 many people, all right? I've already said it in a video before, so I'll say it again. Trisha Paytas implied that it was Joey Graceffa and Daniel, okay? She said that there were a lot of fake relationships on YouTube, and she said that one of the biggest ones was a huge gay YouTuber, okay? Now, a lot of people were like, well, maybe it was Shane and Ryland. Shane and Ryland weren't together at the time that I was talking to Trisha Paytas, okay? Then people were like, well, maybe it was Jeffree and Nathan. Jeffree and Nathan weren't anywhere near on Trisha Paytas' radar at that time. She wasn't talking about them. She didn't even know them. She didn't know nothing about those people, okay? But she did hang out with Joey Graceffa and Daniel. She went to their parties, and they came to her shows and things like that, okay? So that would fit, because Trisha typically talked about people that Trisha was around, okay? Gabby Hanna also insinuated the same thing, all right? And I'm not saying that Gabby Hanna's word is worth anything, but she had a lot to say when I talked to her. She said that, you know, Jeffree Star still uses the same racist language per Shane Dawson, that Shane Dawson told her that, you know, that he used before, and then he tries to get people to say it with him, and so he can record it and trap them. That was one of the things that she told me. She also insinuated that Joey and Daniel's relationship was fake. Other YouTubers have said it as well. Depose me. Just depose me, and I will tell the absolute 100% truth, okay, on every YouTuber that has said your relationship is fake. And trust, there's a lot, all right? And that whole situation with Jeffree and Nathan, listen. This is what I want to say about this, okay? Before somebody else's NDA comes out, because I hear that somebody else's NDA is going to be exposed real soon, okay? If you are in a relation... Now, I can understand hooking up with somebody, maybe sucking their D or something like that, and wanting them to sign an NDA, not tell them about where they live, or what the inside of their house looks like, or any secrets that you might find out, okay, or maybe about their ball sack or something like that. I can understand why you would want somebody to sign that NDA, okay? And I know that people that are lovers of these people are going to be like, of course you would sign an NDA if you were in a relationship with somebody. Would you? You know, there's so much conversation about prenuptial agreements and things like that, that people won't get married because of prenuptial agreements. I'm telling you right now, if I'm going to be with somebody in a relationship where I'm living with them in a committed relationship, that means we trust each other, okay? That means we love each other. I ain't living with somebody that I don't trust and that they don't trust me. Okay? So you're going to ask me to sign an NDA? You can get the fuck out of here, all right? You can get the fuck out of here with your NDA, all right? I don't care how much more money than God that you have, okay? I don't care how many makeup companies you own. I don't care how many cars you have that are Pepto-Bismol pink. I don't care. You can get the fuck out of here with your NDA, all right? Because if you loved me that much, you would think that you would trust me not to say anything. Not to mention, when you're asking somebody to move into your house and all that kind of stuff, are you thinking about when you're going to break up so that NDA needs to be in place? Oh, they just need to protect themselves. They need to... From what? Are they such horrible people around the closest people to them? If that were the case, are they such horribly racist, misogynistic, homophobic? I mean, what's wrong, okay? That the people that are closest to them might find that out and have to sign an NDA so that they can't let that know the role. No, I've been knowing that relationship with Jeffree Star and Nathan was fake all year. First of all, Nathan's not a professional athlete or a rapper, okay? And that's the only people that Jeffree Star ever proclaims to hook up with. He don't fit the demographic, okay? He don't fit the demographic. I'm sure he's real nice. I'm sure Nathan's real nice. I mean, he's high 24 hours a day. Who wouldn't be nice if you were high 24 hours a day? Every picture he posts on his Instagram. I finally unfollowed him. I thought, why am I following Nathan Schwandt? Like, I don't care, okay? There is no story there. He got paid off a lot of money, okay? And he ain't never going to come out and talk about Jeffree Star. Why am I following him? This is stupid. I could care less to see somebody hanging out in the pine trees in the woods of Grand Rapids, Michigan, smoking blunts, okay? It's like a 15-year-old Instagram to me. It's boring, okay? Boring turd. Nathan Schwandt, boring turd, okay? Jeffree Star, boring turd. The only thing that Jeffree Star ever has exciting for him is if his life were as exciting as the drama that he stirs up, okay? Fake relationships with NBA players, fake relationships with rappers. He ain't hooking up with no rappers and professional athletes. Are you kidding me? And this is his excuse, right? Is that, well, everybody wants to keep it a secret. They all want to keep it a secret. Why are they so ashamed of you? Oh, because they're on the down low? So what you're insinuating is you're hooking up with straight men, okay, that are on the down low because they are major athletes and things like that. Well, why, if everybody accepts that, why is that okay for Jeffree Star, but everybody takes issue with James Charles trying to hook up with straight people? I take issue with both of it, okay? I take issue with both of it. Period in the story. But no, that relationship with Jeffree and Nathan, that was fake. Fakety fake. Boring turds. Don't care, okay? Give me a real relationship all day long. They're kissing and hugging and showing their house, and a week later they're broken up, and they're so brokenhearted they can never even talk about it. Give me a break. Which brings me to the next comment that I want to talk about, okay? Is that this person, and she leaves a lot of nice comments on my video, so it wasn't like a nasty comment or anything. But she said on there, and I was kind of surprised by this comment. She said, I know plenty of people, because I was talking about Joey Graceffa and Daniel Prada, and how they done broken up and all this kind of stuff. They were like in love and then they just broke up and they didn't try to go to counseling and save their relationship and things like that. So she says, I know plenty of people that seemed in love and just broke up out of the blue and refused to do everything they could to save the relationship. Why on earth do you think all couples go to marriage counseling if their marriage is in trouble? I don't. I don't at all. I think a lot of couples give up easily. If it wasn't for my husband pushing so hard, and this is the truth, and I just shared this in a Peter Does Stuff video the other day, if it wasn't for my husband pushing so hard, I probably would have given up too. I don't think anybody in our personal life, though, thought that it just came out of the blue. I think everybody in our personal life at the time that we were going through hardships were very worried that we weren't going to make it, okay? So I don't know about this comment. I know plenty of people that seemed in love and just broke up out of the blue. In my 51 years, I don't know that I can say that about one couple that I know. You know a lot of people that are just absolutely in love, kissing, smooching, having sex 7 times a week, and all of a sudden out of the blue they just break up. Why? Why, if they're so in love, they love being together, why would they just out of the blue break up? Then that's not true. I don't witness that ever. So what you're saying is that they seemingly are in love and they're faking it for everybody else. Well, okay, well that makes sense then, doesn't it? Okay? Fake relationships. That's what I was talking about. So thank you for validating that Joey Graceffa and Daniel Prada had a fake relationship. But thank you for continuing to validate my already standing evidence of every YouTuber in the world talking about Joey Graceffa and Daniel Prada's fake relationship. Anyway, but maybe they can sue me, and then they can depose me, and that can be yet another project. Maybe they can record it for their channels, their dying channels. Maybe they can record themselves suing me, and then that would, trust me, if Daniel Prada and Joey Graceffa sued me for saying their relationship was fake, you would see this channel turn into a Joey Graceffa, Daniel Prada channel so quick your head would spin, okay? I'm telling you right now, I would make such fools and mockeries out of the two of them. Trust me, okay? And they weren't going to be silencing me with no restraining order. No, ma'am. You can shove that shit right up your ass, okay? There's no way, okay? I would talk about it all I wanted to, trust, okay? But maybe that's another project that they can work on. The suing of Peter Monn for talking about their fake relationship. Maybe that's another project that they can work on together, even though they've been broken up for 5 years, So anyway, so then I got a couple comments, and somebody said on here about James Charles and like why it's legal and illegal and he's not pressing charges and things. There's a lot of comments about that, right? And somebody said it's only, okay, a lot of people were saying to me that the only way that James Charles would have, like, that the police would investigate it is if the victim's parents or the victims themselves came forward and reported it and reported it. That was the only time the police would get involved. I could be wrong. I watch a lot of true crime. I'm not sure that that's true, okay? Are there any police out there that know the truth to this? I feel as if the police are aware of a crime has been committed, which James Charles admitted to a crime being committed in his video. I feel as if they are aware that a crime is committed, they under law have to investigate it. No matter if somebody reports it or not, If they're aware that that law was committed, or that a violation was committed, or law was broken, that they have to investigate it. That's my understanding, but like I said, I could be wrong. But somebody said in here, it's only illegal if James knew they were young. He said they thought they were of age. That's why it wasn't illegal. If he knowingly talked to a minor and was still being sexual, that's absolutely a crime. Well, I don't know your age, okay, but by the profile picture of your Minecraft or whatever that is on here, I have a feeling you're probably under the age of 18 and you're a super fan of James Charles, so let me educate you, okay? It don't matter if James Charles knew their ages or not, okay? That would not stand in any court of law. You can ask any attorney that, okay? Judge, I did not know that they were 14 years old, said James Charles. I ain't gonna stand. I'm sorry, okay? We don't know that he didn't know. And then he lied to the video just to cover his ass. Maybe he knew all along. Maybe he's the one that said with a quick search of their social media. I mean, this is something nobody ever brings up, right? He said it. With a quick search of their social media, I could have easily found out their ages, okay? That wouldn't even be anything that I would think of, right? I mean, every psychiatrist in the world will tell you that for you to think up something for you to put something on somebody else as an idea, then you have to be able to think of that first. So what that says is that James Charles was already thinking that he could go look up their social media and see their ages. I wouldn't even know to look at their social media to find, I don't ever see anybody's ages on their social media. So what that's saying is that he had looked at their social media and their ages were on there, okay? Did he do that before? Did he do that after? When did you do that, James? Or was that another one of your cover your ass moments? Okay, but that's not anything that anybody ever talks about, right? It could have very well been that James Charles did vet these people out and realized that they were minors and continued to have conversations with them anyway and didn't care until he got caught, right? Just to clear that up. Okay. Then somebody said to me, so maybe this is a me thing, and like these comments aren't nasty, okay? I just want to make that clear. So maybe this is a me thing, but why is that whole follow, unfollow stuff important? For example, like Joey and Manny unfollowing Colleen Ballinger. Now, I will tell you, somebody brought to my attention yesterday that when you go under Colleen Ballinger's who follows her or whatever, that it still lists Joey and Manny and things like that. I went to Joey's, because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't saying something incorrect. I went to Joey's, his Instagram, and I went through his entire follow list. I first typed in Colleen, okay? It doesn't come up. It doesn't come up on Manny's either. But I went through his entire follow list, every single person. And let me just tell you, Joey Graceffa follows some very interesting people on his Instagram. You want to see how problematic Joey Graceffa really is? Go look at the people that he follows on Instagram. It's an interesting group of people, and no, they're not just YouTubers, okay? He follows very problematic people, okay? Not to mention lots of thirst trap people, but hey, if that's what you get off on Instagram, get off on it, you know, Joey? I thought that's what Daniel was for. But anyway, I digress, okay? My Instagram is for those funny little pictures of animal houses and trees and underneath the ground and dog rescues. Those are the things. I thought, honestly, because Joey's such a huge dog rescuer, the people always want to say this to me. Joey and Daniel rescue dogs. I love to see them foster dogs. They are such good dog rescuers, blah, 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 whatever. They also breed dogs, okay? If you take issue with that, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But they also bred their dogs, okay? They actually did a video, I think it was about a year ago, talking about their dog getting pregnant. And they got a lot of backlash on that of people saying, why is your dog not spayed? Like, why are you not allowing your dog to get pregnant? When there are so many unplaceable dogs out there that are in rescues. They got a lot of backlash for that. So I think it's interesting that people pick and choose what they see with people, right? But needless to say, oh, hold on a second. I just got a very interesting text message. What is this? Oh, anyway. I'll save that for something else. I got another message. Aw. It's my friend's birthday today. Happy birthday! Anyway, needless to say, somebody commented and they said, we haven't even gotten to the Jaclyn Hill stuff. This is going to be such a long video today. Somebody said, so maybe this is a me thing, but why is that whole follow, unfollow stuff important again? In my opinion, it doesn't mean anything really. If they're friends, they talk outside of social media. So yes, they could unfollow each other and still talk. The public wouldn't know. So all of this is kind of superficial at best, at least to me. But maybe I'm not getting social media at all. I don't know. And this other person said, people got to know that unfollowing someone isn't the solution. It's a half-assed statement saying I supposedly unaligned myself. and they're unhinged, with someone, it's not the same as using your words to speak this severance. This is hiding. What are they afraid of? They are that attached to their money and their platforms to not pick the side of these victims. It's vile. Well, I just want to say to those two people that left that comment, aces to you. I 100% agree with that, right? It was only that I started talking about the unfollowing because people would say on my videos, when I would say that these YouTubers and people weren't coming out and saying anything, well, isn't an unfollow enough? It isn't just if they unfollow them isn't enough. These people don't have to come out and talk. You have to realize, okay, that there are people out there that will defend Colleen Ballinger, James Charles, Trisha Paytas, I mean, Jeffree Star. They will defend them to the grave and say the most vicious things, all right? For example, someone that speaks very much like one of my stalkers and harassers has been defending Colleen Ballinger on every one of my Colleen Ballinger videos that I've done. I already got all their information, tracked them down through YouTube, know exactly who they are, blocked them yesterday when they started saying that the people that watch my videos need straitjackets and mental health treatment, okay? You're not going to come from my audience. Come for me all you want, but you're not going to come from my audience over here and say that because of their opinions, they need straitjackets and mental health treatment, okay? We're not going to say that over here. That's not a kind thing to say. You want to share a comment and say, I love Colleen and I'll defend her to the end of the grave? Fine, have at it, okay? I have a lot of people that comment those things, but no, you're not going to leave that comment over here, so you're blocked. And I know who you are because you're real easy to find through your YouTube channel and your one video dancing around like a Christmas elf, okay? So I already got you. I know who you are, okay? And I'll be passing that on to the people that I'm working with behind the scenes. Because you sound a lot like one of my stalkers. I just want to make that clear. And yes, I am still looking into that. But no, I don't believe that an unfollow says anything. Especially when it takes 3 months for these people to So Joey Graceffa, you saw all the evidence 2.5, 3 months ago. But it took you 2.5, 3 months to actually unfollow Colleen Ballinger. What were you so afraid to lose? That she might want to do another Marlena Sings video where you make some inappropriate sexual joke? Okay, Joey. All right. Okay. Why did it take so long for all these people to come out and unfollow? Manny MUA got called out left and right for it. Manny MUA got in a podcast and defended Colleen Ballinger and said he felt bad for her. It wasn't until a full month later, okay, that he unfollowed her. Why did it take so long? You know? I mean, no, an unfollow doesn't mean anything. To me, personally. But apparently to a lot of people out there, it does mean something. So let them have their little fantasy, okay? That they can still love the people that they love. I don't. I can't follow them anymore. You know, the fact that I saw that Glozell Green, I don't care what her excuses are. Don't tell me she don't know about all this kind of stuff. People are saying she's very close with Colleen Ballinger. Then she knows who Corey DeSoto is. And trust, she knows what Colleen Ballinger is going through. And Glozell Green is an educated woman, okay? And don't tell me she's not reading the stories and seeing that Corey DeSoto is attached to this. And that Glozell Green is going to come out on Corey DeSoto's thirst trap picture and put XOXO on there. Girl, seriously? No. I'm not a fan of yours anymore, Glozell. Sorry. Makes me sad. I've loved you from the very beginning. You're one of the reasons that I got on YouTube to begin with. But I can't with that kind of mentality, okay, of predators being protected on YouTube or in Hollywood. And if you're okay with that, Glozell, then I ain't okay with you. And I'm sorry, but that's just how I stand. Manny can't stand with you. Joey can't stand with you. Daniel can't stand with you. You know? And what's really sad about a lot of these people is that a lot of these people really do have some talent, okay? You know, a lot of these people are starting to ruin their careers over who they're standing by because they don't trust their own talent to get to the top. So they feel like they have to have all these alliances on YouTube and on Instagram and things like that to get them to the top. When if they only trusted their own talent and said, no, I'm going to be my own person and I'm going to stand on my own and be a self-thinker. And I ain't protecting no predators and I'm going to say what is right. I'm going to stand by what is right, okay? Then they wouldn't have to worry about all this shit. But they do because they're so worried about their careers and their money, which is why they stand by all these people. Now I think I'm going to go back to the end of my comments. Let me make sure of all the things I want to talk about. Yes, I got all of that. So let's get to the Jaclyn Hill thing at 30 minutes. And no, that wasn't my intro. For somebody that commented on my video yesterday and said, actually, the video starts at 20 minutes. No, it didn't. Okay, I had lots to say before that. Sorry, you're an idiot. Okay, you're not even an official timestamp channel. come sing your praises when you're an official timestamp channel, or an unofficial timestamp channel, or the Judy Smith Sally Jones timestamp channel. But don't be coming for me when you're just an unofficial nobody, okay? That's what I have to say. And the camera stopped as I said the camera was about to stop. The video starts at 20 minutes. No, the video started at 0.00, okay? But you don't know that because you didn't watch it. You're one of those people that wants to tell me what I already said in the video. Did you know? Yes, I said it at the 2-minute mark, but you said that that was part of my intro because you're too busy typing in. The video starts at 20 minutes. Just watch the video. Or maybe this channel's not for you. I don't know. But let's get in this Jaclyn Hill nonsense, shall we? Okay, let me pull this up here on the Reddit real quick. Okay, so Jaclyn Hill allegedly posted on the Jaclyn Hill Snark, and she puts all of these, she puts like all the emails and text message or tweets and text messages and stuff like that, okay, between all of them. Now, what I will tell you, in having seen the ones from Gerard, having seen many of the ones from Marlena Stell, and now the ones that Jaclyn Hill is exposing, Jaclyn Hill is very manipulative in what she picks to show in this, okay? It's not like she shows every DM. It's not like she shows the full length of all the emails. It's not like she shows the back and forth comments going on. She doesn't give everybody the full picture. She picks and chooses what she wants to show, okay? Which I think is very, very interesting. So, she goes on to say, "Hey, Jen." This is very long. Are you guys ready? Now, I have to tell you, I started reading this last night, but I needed to find out if Morgan was going to kill these zombies and if he was going to kill this Virginia gal, okay? So, I needed to watch Fear the Walking Dead. So, I thought we would just read this together live on video, okay? Yo, my battery died. I had to go downstairs and get another battery. But it gave me a good opportunity to get up because my back is killing me. So, we're going to ride side saddle for a little bit, okay? I need to get a good massage or something. I'm like, listen, I'm not talking about one of them sexy massages, okay? I'm talking about I need a deep tissue massage or something because my back is killing me. All right. So let's get into this. And like I said, they're trying to verify whether or not that this is a true apology, if it comes from Jaclyn Hill or whatever, okay? Now, I've talked to some people behind the scenes, and people are telling me that because of the things she says and because of different screenshots of text messages and things like that, that it has to be Jaclyn because she's the only one that would have that kind of information, which is why she showed it. But that they do not believe that she wrote it, that Jaclyn does not, well, she don't speak this way. That's the nice way of saying it, okay? That Jaclyn Hill is not maybe the most eloquent writer in the entire world. So she had somebody help her draft this, but she probably told them what she wanted to say, basically, okay? Thank God she didn't use a tambourine, right? Or a ukulele. So she says on here, "Hey, Jen, out of context, this sounds awful, so I'm sorry if the reasoning behind my email didn't make sense. I went through our conversation, sharing here for context, and the reasoning behind my request was I had noted that if you wanted to continue to use my name and likeness," this is talking about where Gerard accused her of attempting to extort $250,000 from her, was I had noted that if you wanted to continue to use my name and likeness, I request an overall buyout versus monthly affiliates. As you know, I had made over $600,000 with you. Now, all these people in the comment section below, there's quite a few people that are like, why are these grown-ass women fighting over drama? And why are these grown-ass women acting like this? And they're acting like they're like teenagers and all this kind of stuff. Okay, you're talking about $1 million that Marlena Stell lost. You're talking about $250,000 that Jaclyn Hill tried to extort from Gerard. Have y'all heard that story before? People are like, this is always to go to for the Jaclyn Hill superfans or the James Charles superfans or the Colleen Ballinger superfans. Why are they bringing this up now? Wasn't this already dealt with 6 years ago? I've never heard of that allegation from Gerard to Jaclyn Hill before. That's new. And I think that's very damning evidence, or very damning allegation of Jaclyn Hill that to say, and she's validating it right here, okay? So when Jen Gerard came out and said, well, she was trying to extort $250,000 from me, what Jaclyn Hill is saying, well, yeah, I was, and this is why I was, okay? You're talking about millions and millions of dollars. She just said she had made $600,000. So how people can say that this is, you know, all just fun and games and this is whatever. Somebody said on the Reddit thread, what Jaclyn isn't getting is that Jen and Marlena are speaking out now because the things she has done in the past are happening to other women now. They're telling their stories because it establishes a pattern of behavior, not because they want excuses or an apology. She is throwing gas in the fire for no reason, and now this is giving people more of a reason to talk about her. And I 100% agree with that. But I digress. Like I said, let's get back to Jaclyn Hill's fantastic letter. Okay, it goes on. And the reasoning behind my request was I had noted that if you wanted to continue to use my name and likeness, I request an overall buyout versus monthly affiliates. As you know, I had made over $600,000 with you through affiliates, creating lip products with you. So I was correlating the $250,000 payment with the inventory left over only if you wanted to continue to use my name and likeness. I had noted attached that if you went on to sell without my name and likeness, then we could separate amicably, which is what I also noted I preferred. Okay, so what you're saying is, if you're going to use my name and likeness, I'm going to get paid for it, even though it's your brand, okay? And if you're not, then, so you either have to use the makeup and not use my name and likeness. So apparently Jaclyn Hill's name and likeness is worth $250,000. Damn, she really does think she's a Kardashian, doesn't she? Woo! Girl, did you get those numbers from Morphe? Is that what Morphe pays you to start Jaclyn Cosmetics? You only got paid $250,000. Girl, I heard it was like $110,000 a year. I don't know where you came up with that money. Okay, anyway, you and Jordan just sit around, throw out numbers at your house. What should we charge this person? Oh, $250,000. Okay. That's how it works at your house. Okay. In terms of how we ended, you did end up removing my name and likeness in connection with the products. Amen. So there was no need for payment. We did reach out once. There's always a we in this. It's never I did reach out once. It's always we, Jaclyn and her team, which is basically her husband and her family. Okay, just so you know. Her nieces that are under the age of 20. As there were active banner ads using my name and likeness years later, but that was in terms of our conversations. Marlena, our last exchange regarding the collaboration is attached. Up until the end of August 2018, I understood us to be on good terms as you had offered additional collaborations, expressed gratitude, and noted what seemed to be a positive response for the collaboration not continuing, attaching that email. I understood from speaking to you that you had got a plan in place for the palettes and shades, and it wouldn't be an issue moving forward. If you had told me then that it would be a brand closing situation, we would have made it work. But from our phone conversation and the email you wrote after, I truly thought it was fine. Jaclyn, are you forgetting that you threatened Marlena Stell that you were going to come out and make a video? What did you mean by that? You were going to come out and make a video using Makeup Geek products? You were going to come out in a video? What were you going to do, girl? Were you going to come out and tell your truth in that video? I think you should come out and tell your truth, and that's going to be my advice at the end of this video. I think you do need to come out and tell your truth in a video. But, girl, was that your plan all along? Was that you were going to threaten that and hold that over Marlena Stell because people know how vicious your super fans can be? That if Marlena stirred up any kind of trouble with this and came out and told her truth, that you were going to come out against Marlena Stell in a video, and then you were going to send your super troopers to Marlena Stell's storefront and ruin her. I think the other thing that people are forgetting is that Jen Gerard basically did say that Jaclyn Hill had her blacklisted from other influencers working with her. Don't you think she did the same thing with Marlena Stell? When Marlena Stell started talking about this years ago and then brought it back up again. Don't you think Jaclyn Hill did the same thing? You know, what's interesting is that there were a few comments. So there's like 2 or 3 people that it's either Jaclyn Hill or Jordan or super fans. I believe it's probably Jaclyn or Jordan that are coming and they're attacking like every really critical statement that makes a stance that says something of importance against that. And what they're really doing is playing down the character of Marlena Stell. Why do any influencers trust her? Obviously, no OG influencers wanted to work with her and things like that. Okay, no OG influencers wanted to work with Marlena Stell because, number one, and why did they want to work with Morphe? Obviously, Linda from Morphe is better than Marlena Stell. I couldn't even believe I read this comment on there, okay? When Linda from Morphe has done more damage than Marlena Stell has ever done in the makeup community, okay? Look at that failed business of Morphe, all right? Number one. Number two, she invented Jaclyn Hill. So we don't even need to go there, okay? But this person was leaving this comment all over the place about, well, all these other people left Marlena Stell too. Yeah, because Jaclyn Hill blacklisted them. Do you not follow this pattern of what happened with Jen Gerard happened to Marlena Stell? That she was blacklisted as well? And so no influencers would work with her. But here's a better question for you, okay? You'd be hard-pressed to go over to Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics or Jaclyn Hill's Instagram and find a whole lot of influencers commenting on her new highlighter about how fantastic and great it is, okay? I'm talking about the big OGs. Now, they were all over there singing the praises of James Charles Painted, but you don't see them over there on Jaclyn Hill at all. And I proved that in a video the other day, okay? She goes on to say, we did continue to work together in 2017 and into 2018. Your team even built a Jaclyn Hill favorites page for your site, which continued to be utilized for Makeup Geek sales. I know this from looking over emails and past confirmations I received in regards to affiliate money. She must make so much damn money in affiliate. Now, did you disclose that, Jaclyn? Because you're now coming out and saying that that was affiliate money, so we can go back and look and see if you disclosed that. I am almost without a shadow of a doubt, I just want to say, she has not posted an Amazon affiliate link or any affiliate link, and I am almost convinced, okay, that the FTC has sent her a warning. I have to believe it because she is not posting any Amazon affiliate links. I just do not believe that she is that pure and good that she wants to change that much. I believe that that is why she came out in her video and said she didn't want to be a storefront anymore. I think that Amazon sent her, or Amazon and maybe the FTC sent her a warning and said, if you continue with this crap of non-disclosure, you're gonna lose your ability to do this, and we're gonna find you. This should show you, I thought everything was good between us because I continue to support your brand. I can see where that is naive of me to think. When did you think that, Jaclyn? Marlena's been talking about this for several years about how you did her wrong. So, did you just wake up and have another one of them Jaclyn Hill brain farts that you thought, oh, today's the day that Marlena Stell doesn't like me? No, girl, she's not been liking you for a while now. She's been pretty open about that. So quit acting new and naive that all of a sudden you just learned that Marlena Stell took issue with you. If you wanted to apologize for this, Jaclyn, you could have come out and apologized years ago, okay? You could have cleared this up years ago before Jen Gerard ever came out and spoke. You might have saved yourself some problems because if you had apologized to Marlena years ago, well, I don't know if she does, but people are calling this an apology. I haven't heard an apology yet in here. I haven't heard an I'm sorry or anything like that, but if you had done that years ago or reached out to Marlena and explained your side of it or tried to make it right, I mean, Marlena just shared not too long ago that you never reached out to her, okay, on emails and things like that. She proved that. So, girl, I don't know how you're coming across saying that you tried to make this right. Girl, you knew that she had issues with you. You never reached out to her like you said you did. It was a bold-faced lie. Marlena proved that, okay? And I'm confused, okay? I'm confused. So anyway, she goes on to say, I did consider you a friend and never have denied the relationships you introed me to and don't plan to. I will say, though, so basically you're retracting what you just said. I did not work with the lab you think I did in Los Angeles for my lipsticks that you warned me about. I noted that to you when you posted a video saying that you warned me about the lab, but after that text, clearing up that I didn't use that lab, you blocked me. For reference, I actually work with the lab you introed me to and recommended to me based in Florida. Well, okay, so you already have that information. You already have the information of who the lab was, and the lab didn't do well with the lipsticks and all that kind of stuff. Are you going to come out and talk about the 6 scientists that you hired? Why don't you let the public know what that lab is so that we don't buy makeup from that lab in the future? Why don't you let us know what that lab is, who those people are, things like that? Okay, can you do that for us? Since you're such a beauty guru that you really care about your audience so they don't buy bad makeup in the future? Okay. Because you said you'd never use that lab again. So I hope that you would want your audience to never buy products from that lab again as well. Can you share that with us at least, Jaclyn? Okay, thank you. End of August 2018, I came to you as you gave a statement to a drama channel around our 2015-2016 collaboration. Up until then, I was under the impression we we were on overall good terms. I'm attaching that quick exchange. I'm not attaching other points as it involves names of other creators, and I don't want to air any of their information. Of course you don't. You don't want to piss anybody off. At that point, you told me that your words have been twisted, but you did have hurt feelings around me due to our collaboration and me not reaching out as much. Granted, I think you understood why given what I was going through personally, but I do admit I did a terrible job at being an overall friend to you and many others in my life at that time. I removed a part of that convo but can send to you directly, given it involves other creators. At the end, I asked what I could do to make it right, and we both agreed we should have had these conversations years earlier at the time of us not continuing the collaboration, or months after when the plan you had in place didn't work out versus 2 years later. I'm sharing a part of that conversation here. Again, happy to share all direct with you, but don't want to share publicly given it involves other creators. I shared with you I plan to do a video attached conversation, and you shared you were okay with that. We seem to... Oh, that's the video that you're talking about that you threatened Marlena with? Okay. We seemed on good terms again, But then a few days later, instead of coming to me to tell me that you felt I didn't share things correctly, you went to Twitter instead. She probably felt safer on Twitter than she did with you, Jaclyn. That's typically what people do when they try to manipulate you behind the scenes. They don't want you to go public with it. She probably thought about things and thought, wow, Jaclyn's manipulating me. It's happening again. I'm not going to let this happen, so I'm going to go to Twitter with it. I get that. From your text, you felt I wasn't being honest, and I asked you to elaborate. You didn't at that time, but either way, you have the right to voice your opinion on any platform you want. I just wish, as a friend in all of this, you would have come to me first. I think, Jaclyn, actually, that's what she said to you, that as a friend, you should have come to her, okay, and talked about all this kind of stuff. But you didn't do that to her as a friend. So why you think a friend is going to extend the same courtesy to you after you've already screwed them over is asking a lot, okay? And obviously what it shows is that you're a one-sided friend, okay? You demand things from people in your life, but you don't exchange those same courtesies. That's what that shows, Jaclyn. I get it, okay. I've never been someone to immediately go to the internet to speak on my friends without speaking to them about it. And do you have friends? Girl, do you have internet friends? I don't see a lot of people sticking around you except for Lipstick Nick, and she's friends with everybody that's problematic. However, we didn't have, and what I think that is that Lipstick Nick don't care where the money comes from, whether it's problematic or not. And I think Lipstick Nick is another person that only cares about the money. Period. End story. Said it. Boring turd. Only good for a picture and some makeup, okay? Boring turd. Lipstick Nick hangs out with all the problematic people. Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, Jaclyn Hill, James Charles. She's friends with all of them. Colleen Ballinger, Corey DeSoto just posted on his picture yesterday. Boring turd. Sorry. Sorry, Lipstick Nick. You had your day in the sun, okay? It's over. Anyway, I'll be calling her out a lot more in the future as she's connected to these problematic people. She thought she could float by for a long time. Okay, girl. However, oh, by the way, she was also, wasn't she the creative director of Morphe? Woo, Morphe. Morphe. Hot water again. However, we didn't have one issue that was addressed privately first in our friendship. Instead, I would see public opinion of me on the internet. Then I'd text you, and you'd clear things up with me privately, and then it'd happen again. We did set up a phone call, but we ended up not speaking because you canceled the call. I would have, too. Then 2 weeks later, I got an update that someone on your team, or previously on your team, had leaked our emails around the collaboration. The one email I shared... Why would you need to leak something that wasn't going to be damaging to you? But, oh, so they were damaging to you. Okay. All right. The one email I shared earlier was not included in those leaked emails. I do think it's an overall important email for others to see to make their judgment on my lack of understanding. We had issues from early 2016 to 2018. I can obviously see where I was communicating poorly, and there was a lot of back and forth, but there also was a lot of text and phone exchanges as well that weren't shared. We both agreed there was content. Girl, why did you not just film a video? You are a YouTuber, okay? Seriously? I mean, hey, listen, Gerard and everybody, they came out and did it, but... why did you not just come out and film a video, okay, and tell your truth and all this? It would have been better received. We both agreed there was context missing in our communication. After our text conversation, I understood we were on good terms again, and you sent me several nice texts over the holidays, attaching some of them. Why? To prove that's shitty, Jaclyn, okay? I mean, if people did that to you with, like, situations in your past relationships that you had, to prove that maybe you were not a nice person... to prove that, girl, you would go haywire and say that everybody was bullying you, okay? So what are you doing here? Proving that Marlena at one time was a forgiving, nice person? kind of proves the opposite, doesn't it? In fact, if you go through these receipts, they kind of prove Gerard and Marlena Stell right. If you really read the receipts and the emails and text messages correctly, what Jaclyn Hill actually did was prove that everything that Gerard and Marlena Stell said was true, interestingly enough. After that, I didn't hear from you again after the holidays. Instead, 6 months later, I saw you spoke out publicly versus trying to reach out to me privately first. Then when I did try to speak to you, you blocked me. In the end, which I think Marlena Stell has already come out and talked about that, hasn't she? About how it was actually Jaclyn that she blocked, or that blocked her, or something like that. In the end, I could be wrong. I recognize where the anger you both have comes from. If I could, I would now change and handle things differently. But I can't, Marlena. You're right, Jaclyn. You can't change. You keep on saying you're going to change, but you don't, okay? But I can't. Marlena, I've apologized to you several times in depth via phone, email, and text for the way our collaboration went down. At this point, it seems our private conversations aren't working, and so this is me publicly apologizing. Joining Reddit and writing in a public forum where I know I am not liked, and the people in here will spend the time tearing every word of this apart. Oh, and Peter Monn will tear it apart too. You forgot to add me. This is not me trying to have my fans jump in quickly for public support. Well, there weren't many. There really weren't, sorry. I don't want anyone sending you hate. That won't make the situation better for anyone. I'm just trying to paint a clearer picture as to what went on from my perspective, as well as take accountability. I made lots of mistakes in my life, and my intention was never ever to hurt either of you. I hope you truly know that. However, even though that wasn't my intention, that's what happened, and I apologize for that. I wish you both the best in terms of Jen continuing on with Gerard Cosmetics and Marlena with your new brand. Okay, it was never my intention to hurt either of you. I hope you truly know that. However, even though that wasn't my intention, that's what happened. That you were hurt by her actions. And I apologize for that. So Jaclyn Hill, the only apology she gives in this entire thing, which people are calling an apology, and I'll probably call it an apology in my title, is that she apologizes for the fact that they were hurt. That is very calculated, Jaclyn. Okay? Gal, you haven't learned a shit thing. Okay? Now let's go over here and whatever, Jaclyn. You're done. You are done. Okay. So Gerard responds and she says, Dear Jaclyn, come on, Jaclyn, it's me. I know your tactics and have been harmed by your greed. While I would be more than willing to accept a genuine apology, it is apparent that you are incapable of giving one. You are sorry if the reasoning behind your email didn't make sense. Oh, that was another apology. Sorry, I forgot that one. It made plenty of sense, girl, and this is not how you apologize after spending years trying to destroy someone. I will not stand for the gaslighting or the lies. We both know that you attempted to extort $250,000 after your face and name had already been removed from our website. The intention of your email is made clear by your actions at the time and since. We both know that you bashed me on Snapchat and every other chance you got, both in comments and behind the scenes. Did you think no one would tell me that you were trying to block my opportunities? Not everyone is under your spell, Jaclyn. Not many these days. She didn't say that, I did. Some of us wake up, albeit some of us not until after you have rolled us over us. You have a pattern of destroying other women in your path. You took extra pleasure in squashing me as punishment for not going along with your program. I am my own person and would not participate in the awful things you did to others. Wow. Your selfishness and greed have hurt myself, Gabby Ross, Marlena, Kaylin, Becca, and too many others. They have yet to come forward, but that is their story to tell, and not mine. But you and I both know there are many more. Since an apology is only valid when followed by changed behavior, I will wait, but not hold my breath to see it. Me too, Jen. Me too. All right, now let's hear what Marlena Stell has to say. Hers is a little bit longer. Do I still have time on this? Yeah, I got 9 minutes. I got 8 minutes left till an hour. Jaclyn, although I appreciate you responding, I'm tired of the gaslighting you've always done as you cherry pick parts of conversations to fit a narrative that suits you. We spoke after I found out you had taken Linda to all the manufacturers I connected you with, not just one. I've known since right after your lipsticks launch which lab you used because my vendors all told me, and I knew anyways when I saw the pictures you posted inside that facility. When our collab fell through, I wasn't trying to harbor hard feelings, even though I knew the financial wreckage that would follow. I took that hit in silence and made the best situation I could from it because I knew I should have made you sign that contract. That's taking accountability. Something Jaclyn couldn't do in a taking accountability apology post. But I trusted you as a friend, not just for business. A hard lesson that I'm glad I've learned, as it made me a wiser person today, so I'm grateful for that lesson. It wasn't the financial devastation that hurt the most anyways. It was the betrayal of you using me to get information and sharing that with a competitor, then kicking me to the curb. I told you this privately, Jaclyn, before I ever spoke up publicly. And your response was, "What do you want me to do, Marlena?" And she has said this many times in the past. So that is consistent. And your response was, "What do you want me to do, Marlena?" That's not a real apology. So much happened after those texts that opened my eyes long before we got to today. I was called by Becca's lawyers and found out you stole their packaging concept and used with Morphe. I found out from many of my vendors that you brought Linda to all of them. I found out you lied about pulling pallets, mislabeled as vegan, and suddenly restocking. Wow. I found all of them. I found out you lied about pulling pallets. Oh, wait. I found out you lied about Jaclyn Cosmetics even being your brand. I could go on and on with the lies I found out later, but that would require a novel be written. My eyes are now open to the person I thought I knew versus the person you actually are. I felt like a fool believing what you said versus what you were actually doing behind closed doors. You've had the opportunity for years to contact me privately. My email has been the same. I have multiple social media accounts, and there's even a contact button on the Makeup Geek site you could have used. But it's been silent. Just like you stated, you contacted Kaylin as well, but you didn't. I'm tired of the gaslighting and the lies, Jaclyn. I wish you no ill will and have finally gotten the closure I need by speaking up. I'm tired of seeing other women hurt as well. Until your actions align with your words, they are just that. Hollow words. Wow. Wow! Anyway, that's what Marlena and Jen had to say in response to Jaclyn. So, my advice would be this, Jaclyn, okay? So much has come out now. You know, it would have been smart for you, from a PR point of view, to maybe get ahead of all of this and come out and tell on yourself. At this point, there are so many people that are coming out, and there's just going to be more that are going to come out. They're going to feel empowered by Marlena and Jen to tell their stories. Kaylin has shared things as well. You know, there's going to be more and more people that are going to come out and tell their stories of how you screwed them over. I think for you to be able to move on from this, okay? And I talk about a lot of people that I think have serious issues. I'm not entirely sure that I think that Jaclyn Hill is so far gone that she can't maybe redeem herself. And I'm not talking about a redemption arc. I'm talking about really working on herself and changing herself. I think she needs to get in some deep therapy to take a look at, I mean, she said she was in therapy and she's not anymore, I think is what she said. I think she needs to get in some deep therapy to really work on the harm that she's caused to other people and to take a look at that. You know, I think the only way that we become changed people is to look at the pain and work through the pain. Not to disregard the pain that we've caused other people or that we've caused ourselves, but to walk through the pain. I think for you to do that work and maybe take some time off and then come back to YouTube and make a video where you make very public apologies and not just saying I'm sorry, but saying, Marlena, these are the ways that I hurt you. Not saying things like, you know, but I would also like to add, but I also want to say this, okay? Just only taking accountability for the things that you've done to harm Marlena, to harm Jen, to harm Kaylin. Take responsibility for all of that. Come out, explain what is going on with Jaclyn Cosmetics. Explain your part in all of that. Quit saying that it's your brand when it's so obviously Forma's brand and they are the parent company. Or at least come out and explain how that all works. How Forma is the parent company and you can still say that you're the brand owner. Or at least come out and explain that, okay? You know, quit lying to your audience. Clear the wreckage of your past. And then move forward with a family and being able to do whatever you want to do, whether they're lifestyle videos or makeup videos. Come out and say, I'm tired of doing makeup. I don't want to do that anymore, but I'm afraid of losing my audience. You know, I'd rather just do lifestyle videos on my channel. The audience that loves you will stay. You might earn some audience members back by being ruthlessly honest with them, okay? And really just saying, I have nothing left to lose, so I'm just going to share my absolute truth. Now, I do feel that Jaclyn Hill has the ability to change and to grow, okay? I don't know that Jaclyn Hill today has the ability to get on video and be that ruthlessly honest. I don't really know that I think, after observing her for so many years, that Jaclyn Hill really knows the difference between a lie and the truth. A lie of omission and the truth. A doctored up lie and the truth. I don't know that Jaclyn really knows the difference between a lie and the truth. That's probably the biggest issue, which is why Jaclyn Hill can come out and say, I don't lie, because she believes that her lies are the truth, but they're not. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.